Are grudge throwers any good? Grudge throwers are kind of like the goblin catapults, an amazingly reliable and dangerous piece of equipment. Greenskins only have 2 artillery pieces and they're both great. Here, the dwarfs have their own hurler of grudges and invective, and best of all, it travels in an arc, so there's 0 line of sight issues in a field battle. That alone makes it good. Please like, subscribe, comment, and consider donating Oath Gold to my Ko-Fi page. Your support means a ton of gold. Grudge throwers enter the fray with 4 catapults on Ultra with 4,576 health between them, costing 700 to recruit for 175 upkeep per turn with 40 armor, 35 spell resistance, and 64 leadership. Speed is 20, and the rest is your typical artillery garbage, slightly better with dwarfs manning it. Mass is 3,000. Ammunition is 22 lobs by default, with 440 range, highly respectable. Missile damage is listed as 145, split between base 30 and 140 armor piercing for direct damage, and a detonation radius of 4 for the impact itself, with 50 base and 70 armor piercing for that phase. This by itself makes the Grudge Thrower a wonderful weapon for cleaving infantry, including the most armor. Just the passage of the grudge or the stone causes a lot of damage, and it's all good stuff here. Reload time is an even 20 seconds. Total accuracy is given as the base of 20, but that's a stat which helps the unit be on target as the unit levels. Calibration distance is 340, which is quite long. Calibration area is 80, which is quite wide. So let's just say there's quite a bit of variation in exactly where the stones will land, and that's your best case scenario. In the Lord Redline skills, Thunderer grants a max of plus 20% ammunition and plus 8% missile strength. More Groom's Favored gives rank 7 crews plus 20% more ammo, plus 12% more missile strength, and 10% reload time reduction. The tech tree offers lower upkeep, higher recruit rank, 30% missile resistance, 10% more ammo, and 15% more reload time reduction. Master Engineers only make your ranged units even better. So how do you use the Grudge Thrower? Well, simply put, you use it on everything but single entities, because it's way too inaccurate for that job. Even harassing enemy artillery, while an issue of luck, may still be done as pretty ridiculous ranges. Now, at long ranges, you don't have line of sight issues, but you sure will at close range, or rather, the last thing you want to do is to inflict grudges upon Dawi kind, so check where you cast your stones. Everything else you can catch is fair game. Obviously, cavalry and flyers may prove a problem, but any kind of infantry, any kind of walking monsters, they're going to get stoned in the bad way. It's all about inflicting the maximum damage in the time available to you. Grudge throwers are entirely adequate in sieges and should be used aggressively to destroy towers and walls, to try to hit enemies on the walls, and so on and so forth. Hitting buildable towers is probably quite hard, but for a faction without spells as artillery, you can hit a fair number of things milling about in a courtyard just fine. This is a case of, it's a flexible unit, but not a universal tool, so you'll simply have to try and abuse it for as long as you can. Eventually, you will run out of targets, or you will run out of room before something slams into your crew. So you just have to take advantage of the arc and the truly healthy range to do the most good you can. If nothing else, you should make it very uncomfortable for the enemy and force the enemy to charge into Thunderer range. And hopefully your Thunderers can actually finish the job, of course. Take care and have fun casting not only the first stone, but the last.